Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I was really inspired to talk about this topic for a number of reasons, but I'll get into it. Honestly, I really would love for my husband to be with me talking about this, and I think maybe possibly we will do a video. Comment after you watch this what you think, because he speaks about this. Digital dependency, social media, addiction, harmful effects of pornography, cyberbullying. He also talks about time management for kids when it comes to social media and being on your phone. Not only the negatives, but he also talks about the pros. I mean, he's not just knowledgeable about this stuff, like he's lived through so much, and his diversity is just incredible to me. It just always has me in awe. Abuse, identity issues, insecurities, been in and out of foster homes, had to deal with a family that was severely addicted to drugs, his issues with women and addiction to pornography. I mean, he's been around like the toughest of the toughest areas to dealing with politicians and A-list celebrities. Geez, I just went on a whole rampage about my husband. What my point is that when he speaks, I really truly value what he says. Let me know if you'd want to see him talk about this, or we can have like a discussion together or something, or answer questions, because I think it'd be really fun, really cool. Anyway, back to this. Sorry for that rampage, I just had to say that. But social media. Okay, so last night I was on the computer catching up with some YouTube videos, and I went to Melissa Floor's page. I watched some of her videos, and one of them was on social media influence and self-esteem. And I've been actually really wanting to talk about this topic. I really liked that video. I loved what she had to say, her response to the comment that someone left on one of her social medias. Basically, this lady had reached out to her and said that I'm not letting my kids watch some of your videos anymore. I love you, but yada. You're influencing girls and this and that. And it kind of was left field, I felt like, because Melissa really does put out her true self, and she's very real and authentic, and shows all different sides of her highs and lows. And but anyway, the way she responded was just classy, and I thought great. One of her responses was this: it's not her responsibility or anyone's responsibility to instill values, moral values, into your children's lives. It's the parents' job. 100%. It's 100% the parents' job to raise a child in the way that they should go, and teach them things, and, you know, help them with their self-esteem and insecurities and all that stuff. 100%. So yes, I agree with that. And I also agree with being 100% authentic, yourself, be you. Your channel or your platform or your social media is yours, and you are to do with it however you see fit. But I did want to add to that. That being said, yes, maybe it's not our responsibility to instill values. It is, however, our responsibility to be aware of the fact that, yes, everything that we do can be an influence to somebody in a positive or a negative way. So, and you know, like, I think that really just depends on what your message is, and, you know, maybe your calling and your purpose in life, and what you feel like you want to portray, and how you want to affect people and impact their lives. And this goes for everyone, including myself. Whether we or I want to believe it, we have the power of influence. And it can be in the most subtle things. Let's take, for instance, me in a negative. Because if I think back on some of the videos I have, I'm not portraying perfection, and you know, I've slipped up and cursed. When I say I don't like cursing, but occasionally I will curse, you know what I mean? Like, it comes out, it happens. I think about the video I put up about lip injections and Botox. It was just me being honest with you guys and discussing like my views on it, and how I've struggled with self-image as far as my lips goes, you know what I mean? Like, and you know, it was just an open conversation. It was like, you know, it's a sensitive subject. I'm really on the fence with it. I'm not 100% against it, but I'm not 100% for it. It's like, that is a sensitive subject. And I look back at it now, and even though I still think of those things and still I don't judge people who get it. It's like, for me personally, what's the message that I'm putting out? I'm putting out that I'm unsure whether or not I want to be 100% happy with what God made, with who I am. Therefore, that portrays to maybe someone or multiple people, to women and young girls, that they need to enhance themselves and not love themselves for who they are. Maybe it's okay to consider. Maybe it reaffirms or confirms someone's, they already had this notion in their head that that's what they want to do, and then they got confirmation by an influencer because they were like, do it, you know what I mean? Okay, so the point of that was just saying, like, social media has the power to affect people in such a positive way or such a negative way. You know, not just celebrities, like not even celebrities, I mean like bloggers and people on social media that have like a decent following. These people are, I feel personally, more effective and more influential on people because where they're at in life is a lot more attainable to the average person than a celebrity. It's a lot more relatable. It's a lot more at grasp. And so the comparisons and the influence and that attainability of our own lives is more like impactful because we want to be better. We want to have what this person has. We want to go where this person went. We want to, you know, have that relationship that that person has. We want these things. And so my point is, like, it goes down to everyone, me, you. If you have a social media, you have to understand that you can affect another person's life. Human nature, the way we are as humans, we tend to compare ourselves to people. We tend to look at our own lives and look at another person's life. And not even a life. Like, for instance, I was listening to this podcast yesterday, and it was about comparison, and it was about, they said this: you go into a room or a party, and automatically you walk in and you say, these people are super confident, and I feel less confident right now because they look really good and they look like they have their stuff together, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so awkward. Or you walk into a party and you say, oh, that dress that she's wearing, I look way better. Like, it's our nature. We do this. We have to be, but the thing is, like, to be aware of it. You have to be self-aware, and you have to be aware that not just these people are influencing, but you have the power to influence. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's really key in this day and age, because we live in a digital age and we have smartphones, we have digital devices, we have iPads, we have computers, so much access to so much information, and so it's like so swamped with the different personalities and lifestyles and people that have the power to use their influence to the good or the bad. My point, and what my message is to put out right now to you guys watching, is that don't underestimate your power of influence. I really, really, really highly suggest that you take a look at your life and your actions, and not just on social media, but in life. And it's not to say that you're supposed to care about what every single person thinks of you, especially people who are just foolish and, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's about how you're portraying your message and your life. I've said and done things that I'm not proud of in my life, and to this day have my own struggles and insecurities and flaws, and have to check myself every day. Every day I gotta check myself. Oh, I did that yesterday, like, or I said this yesterday, and like, oh my gosh. Do you know what I mean? But being in a position like anyone else, if you have a social media account, if I'm gonna claim something, you know, whatever it is that your calling is and your purpose and or your field and what you're doing, you are a reflection of that, of your job, of your corporation, your company, you know, who you work for, how you act. That's why they have all these, you know, boundaries and guidelines so that you can represent the company a certain way. You're living your life as a reflection of what you believe in and what your moral values are, or what they're not. And understand that the things you say and the way you handle situations, the way you come across, your energy, all plays an effect to that. So I guess the question here I'm going to leave with you guys is to ask ourselves is, what is my purpose, and what is the message that I'm putting out? Big platform or not, like, everyone has the power to be an influence. And so we have to always work on ourselves and always think about these things and be aware of it. Because if we're not, we're living in a life that's self-absorbed and not caring about anyone else. It's something to think about, and definitely share your thoughts, whether you agree with this, if you want to add more into it. I love you guys so much, and subscribe if you're not. Also hit the notification bell to get more, updates on me when I do post. I will see you in my next video. Ciao.